Can't fight the law. Nick Maruchak joins us now from MKI Legal. G'day, Nick. How are you, mate?
Hello, Bowie. I'm great.
That's the ticket. You can't fight the law, can you?
Oh, yeah.
We
can always try.
I thought that was a Clash song, but it's someone else by the sounds of it. That's the original there.
I don't know, but I love the song.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you want to speak to Nick, you can. Any legal matters that you do have. Trav, we'll get to you in just a second. Stay there. New scam laws, Nick?
Oh, absolutely. So this is, I think, really a big win for consumers. This, on the 13th of February, the federal government passed legislation basically to protect consumers from scams. So it forces banks, it forces internet companies to basically take steps to prevent scams in real time. So they have to get their systems increased and have real-time detection, real-time reporting, to make sure that consumers are not scammed anymore.
Yep.
Because this is a big problem. We've had callers here on the show where, people get scammed with gift cards and stuff like that. So it's just getting worse and worse, especially with AI developing now.
Mm-hmm.
So these banks and these tech companies and these telcos as well have to take all these positive action to stop consumers from being scammed. And if they don't, if the things aren't up to scratch, then a consumer has a right to basically take legal action against these companies if they are scammed. So if the company does everything reasonable to stop the scam, no rights for the consumer. But if they don't, there is a right, and they can recover all their losses and stuff. And the way it kind of works is you go through internal dispute resolution, then AFCA, Australian Financial Complaints Authority, has new powers to deal with this. So you can go there instead of going straight to court, which is great. And worst case, you can go to court. So I think it's positive. It hasn't received royal assent yet from the Governor General, but that's coming soon.
Mm-hmm.
And then ACCC is kind of regulating this, and they're going to set up all specific guidelines for each industry, best practices and codes and stuff. So I think I haven't seen any other first world country do this, and I think it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, all right, well done. Thank you for bringing us up to date. Travis has called you. If you'd like to speak to Nick Maruchak as part of our Law Talk today, you can. G'day, Travis.
How's it going?
Going well, mate. How can Nick help you?
Well, I've bought a Hilux in May last year, and within a month of getting it, I had all these problems coming up, and I've taken it back, and they said they fixed the problems, and then after about 2 months more, it's all come back, all the problems they said they'd fixed, and so I've taken it to a mechanic, and they've told me that the car has major corrosion throughout the engine and all the electrical wiring, and it's causing all these other problems such as the headlights staying on, light bars, relays malfunctioning, and they've actually removed the airbag plugs from under the seat, which was causing a real reoccurring issue since I bought the car.
Oh, Trevor, I think I'm aware of this. So your airbag light was on, wasn't it? So and then they fixed that fault by taking that part of the alarm system out, and it seems to have affected everything else.
Yeah, well, there's just a heap of different problems that occur, and new ones coming up pretty much every month.
What's the seller saying to you?
Well, within the first month when they first come up, they agreed to fix the problems, and they didn't fix the problems as they came back. And then I've contacted them after the 3-month warranty that they have at the car yard, and they've said that because I didn't purchase any of the extended warranties, they can no longer help me.
Wow.
And I tried to get in touch with them through email and organise something, and they pretty much aren't responding anymore.
So this is a car yard. This is not a private seller. Yeah. This is a car yard. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Let's see what. Wow. Thanks, Trav. Nick.
So when it comes to dealers, when they sell you a car, it comes with a statutory warranty on it. So it's good that Travis bought it from a dealer. I had a quick chat to Travis before I went on, so I know the car is less than 10 years old. So if it's less than 10 years old and it's less than 150 Ks, which applies to Travis, you get a 3-month or 500-kilometre warranty, right? So that is something that the government put in a while ago to prevent this kind of stuff. So in Travis's case, what happened is he found the defects, returned it to them within 1 month. So within that warranty period,
Yep.
but they didn't fix it properly. So that's what this case sounds like. They did the repairs in a way that didn't resolve the problem. So my view is that there is a case here. If especially if those defects happened within that 3 months and the repair wasn't done properly, the dealer would be responsible for it. Any things that happen after that is a more complicated question. So after that 3 months, it really depends on.
So as straightforward as it seems, what can Trav do if they're not emailing him back? What's the apart from entering some long-winded legal process, what can he do?
Long-winded process, right.
Yeah,
so obviously write to them, bring this to their attention. Then you can also, so dealers are governed by the Department of Commerce, so you can make a complaint to them first, right, to say, just to see how that goes. Then if that doesn't happen, then it's really a case of doing a minor case claim in the magistrate's court. So a minor case claim is less than 10 grand. You fill out a form, you serve it on the dealer. You don't have to pay legal costs if you win or lose. A lot of those cases go to a mediation pretty quickly. So magistrate's court minor case claim will be the next step if you're not getting anywhere, and you really recover. And it's really about proving that that statutory warranty period wasn't.
Trav, how much was the car?
It was $30,000.
Okay, wow. So a decent car, a thoroughly decent car. How old?
It's 2016.
Right. So okay. All right.
Yeah. And when you're buying secondhand stuff as well, Australian consumer law does apply if you're buying it from a business. So the car has to be fit for purpose to some extent, right? And it has to be of merchantable quality. So I understand that this car was, a mining car that was used and bidden around. So maybe it shouldn't have been sold. So there's also a secondary claim there that Travis can run. So I think there's something there. I'll pursue it and try and, if you don't get anywhere, try and at least run the claim through the courts yourself, because it's probably not worth, getting a lawyer for on this one, but certainly do it yourself. And yeah.
Trav, can you stay in contact with us and let us know how you go? I hope that helps, but can you stay in contact with us?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, good luck, mate. That's cheers, thank you. That's dodgy around.
Yeah.
Sounds like there was mold in the car, and they'd painted it underneath to try and rectify the airbag light problem.
Yeah.
Which it did do. The light went off, but the rest of the car's shot to bits. G'day, Dawn.
Oh, hi. Thanks for taking my call.
No worries.
We are in a block of units. They're individual houses in a strata with strata title. And we've only been here 5 years, and each year we've had insurance, a joint insurance, because that's what we were told under strata law, that we all had to have this insurance together because it has common driveways in it. Now, we've had no problem till last year, and one household wouldn't really fought us and didn't want to pay, but at the end he did pay part of the policy. But this year he just said he won't have any communication with us. He's not interested in insurance, and that he has taken out his own insurance. But we've rang several insurance companies and they will not insure us, the four of us. We've got to have a joint one with the fifth person. Any advice on what we can do?
So do you have on this block, do you have a strata company managing all of this, or are you guys doing it yourself informally?
We're doing it ourselves because there was only 5 and we were told we didn't need a strata manager. Now, we rang strata management and it's going to cost us about $5,000 to bring a strata manager in. We're at the moment, we're only paying, this year, we'll be only paying $700 and something insurance. So if we bring a strata manager in, that's going to cost us $1,700 a year to have a strata manager.
Yeah. So, yes. So one option is you pay it and then you pay his share and then you recover from him. So generally, when it comes to strata disputes, there's 2 avenues to go. The State Administrative Tribunal does resolve a lot of strata disputes, so it's worth just having a look there. They may not have the ability just to recover the unpaid fees. I'm not sure off the top of my head, but if they don't, then you would just go to the magistrate's court to recover and sue him for that. So that's kind of the the more aggressive approach, you would probably want to write to him first, maybe say, look, if you don't pay this, we are going to recover this as a debt because he's liable to pay that. It's joint property. You need the insurance. So I think, you know, it seems like there's a good case here to recover from him, but it's just a question of maybe the best case is pay it now, suck it up, so you are insured in case something goes wrong. But I still don't understand how you get around the problem of actually getting the insurance in the first place because you're telling me that no one will actually give you insurance, right?
No, we've rang that many insurance companies and they said because we've got the common driveways, they won't insure it. They won't insure our individual houses.
So, Dawn, it's Simon. I might have missed this at the start of your chat. How many households in the strata? It's just two, is it? Like a duplex? Five. Okay.
Five.
And four are in, one's not.
Yeah. So with because if something goes wrong and it's uninsured, then you're going to have a much bigger problem. So I'm thinking you want to try and get insurance. So I would speak to an insurance broker to see if there's any way around that. Have you to try and get that insurance in place now and then recover that 1/5 share from him later on, either through the magistrate's court as a first port of call, but do check with SAT to see if there's anything they can do because they're the other option. So it's
just so stressful.
It is, and it's hopefully a letter to him, maybe threatening to take him to court, threatening to sue him in a minor case claim here.
How much money are we talking, Dawn, for the
Well, actually this year it's about 750
for the five or each?
Each.
Okay, all right. Okay, so it's a fair chunk. Have they paid the insurance before?
Yeah. We paid the first 4 years,
Okay.
but we had trouble last year to get it going. This year he just completely refuses.
Yeah, wow. Okay, and most of that insurance is for when workers come. It's a public liability, isn't it? In strata,
a slip on there, stuff like that. So hopefully, an insurance broker might be able to resolve this because sometimes I have heard of cases where I was in a strata before and I just got in a small block and I just got insurance for my house and I think they extended it just to cover the common driveway if anything happened to me. So that might be an option, the easy way out. You just get your own insurance and you see if it can extend to the driveway.
Try an insurance broker, Dawn. And can you keep us appraised of how you're going, Dawn?
Yes. Now, is it legal that we have to have the whole lot insured?
Well, that's Nick's point. You might be able to get just your bit of it and have it extended for the 4 people who do want to pay. So speak to an insurance broker and see what they say, and keep us across it, Dawn. Let us know how it's going.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. You're more than welcome. That's exactly why Nick is here. Thank you, Nick. 13 minutes to 11. We'll take a break. We'll come back in just a moment. Stay there, Brian. Bruce says via the SMS today, sounds like Travis might have bought an ex-mining Hilux, maybe from the eastern states, been in floods. People need to be careful as groups shipping flooded cars west. I haven't heard of that, Bruce. That's amazing. And Vicky says, I'm on a strata plan of 9 and the RAC insurance does cover ours individually. Thank you, Vicky, for getting in touch with us. Brian's phoned in. G'day, Brian.
Good morning, gents. I'm the volunteer strata manager of a little block of commercial units, and the front unit is 2 levels, and the bottom level roller shutters, which were installed after the major building, they were installed by a previous owner, but they're not part of the strata agreement, have dropped onto the ground overnight a couple of weeks ago. Now, whoever's been out to quote has suggested that they weren't installed all that well, and the same issue might be that if a strong gust of wind, the upper level roller shutters might drop off with catastrophic results. I'm just wondering where we stand there, because it may drag all the rest of the owners in if someone is injured if those top level ones come off. I think the idea might be to contact the front unit owner and recommend that he get someone in to do what they need to do to make the upper level confirm their safety.
Nick?
Yes, so this this broken door is on their property, right? It's not on the common property, right? So it's the strata company doesn't have the power over the common property, but it's in the tenant's property. Is that correct?
It's on the outside brick wall of the front unit, but they weren't installed originally. They had been installed by a previous owner of the Unit 1.
But you don't think it's common area, Brian?
The car park at the front is common area, and the wall itself is common area, but these shutters that have been installed afterwards, according to the owner's agreement, anything like air conditioners that have been installed after the original build or roller shutters aren't covered by strata, but we're concerned about the duty of care regarding someone injury.
Yep.
Yeah, so I would write to him because this safety is important. If it's a safety risk, then that could have consequences. And obviously, the strata company has duty of care for everyone coming onto the property to make sure they have a safe experience. So if you do notice something unsafe, writing to the owner to telling them to repair that, giving the opportunity to do it in a reasonable time. If they don't, then the next step you want to consider is potentially the strata company going to the State Administrative Tribunal to potentially get an order to force them to repair the defects there, because it does affect affect visitors to the property.
Yeah, safety. In your words, Nick, is an email writing to someone, or does it need to be a letter?
Look, email's fine. You know, emails is done all the time. You can even write a letter and attach it to an email and then post it. But email, yes, certainly fine. We, as lawyers, we email people all the time.
That okay, Brian?
Yeah, that sounds great. We'll get the wheels turning on that. Thank you.
Good on you, mate. Thanks for calling in. Hi, Paul.
Yeah, good day, Sam. Good day, Nick.
Hey, mate.
Hey, Nick, we just bought a brand new build. We didn't build it. It was never lived in. We did our final inspection. We found some chips in the flooring. We notified the real estate going through us. She said, no worries, we'll get under the builder. But because we're in a situation where we couldn't hold up settlement, we had to get it settled on the proviso that on that the builder would rectify it. And what's happened since then is the real estate has approached the builder. The builder has said it wasn't notified by the original owners when they done their handover, so they won't fix it.
Okay. Is the building less than 6 years old? Or
It's not even 6 months, mate. It's brand new.
all right. So building commission. That's one option. So you got building commission can deal with building defects during a 6-year period. So you're within that time frame to take the builder to the building commission. That's one option. You can write to the builder to threaten that you're going to go to the building commission if they don't fix it. The other point is that you had a representation from the real estate agent who was selling the property to say that they gave you some representations or assurances, right, that it will get fixed. Is that my understanding?
Yeah, there was nothing like that. We just like, I'll ask the builder, will he fix it? There's no like, he will fix it. I'll ask.
Okay, and was the real estate agent for was that a previous? So you're the first person to live in the unit there in the property. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Never lived in.
So you bought it because the other thing is you might be able to take action against the seller if they gave you assurances that it will get fixed, or if they made representations to you that you relied on to kind of get settlement across the line.
The seller was never involved. It was just me and I was in the real estate.
Yeah. Okay.
The seller lives on the East Coast, and obviously he's just on paperwork and blah, blah, blah.
So building commission against the builder, write to them, see if you can push them to come in. Otherwise, give the building commission a call, and that would be the way forward, because if the works are defective, then that's the remedy.
Yeah, thanks, Paul. Good luck with that. Thank you for today, Nick. Thanks, mate. Thank you. Thank you, Nick. Where's your favourite shopping centre in Perth?
I like Innaloo.
You do you?
Yeah, Innaloo.
Okay.
That's close to me where I live, so that's where I go. But
I like it once you get a park.
Yeah,
It's good once you get in there.
That's where I heard the line, but that's where I go often. So.
Yeah, all right. Marquee shops got as they say, the Blues Brothers, they've got everything in there.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nick. See you next week, mate.
Thank you, Bowie.
Cheers, Nick Maruchak. He'll be back next week from MKI Legal. Margaret, I apologise for not getting to your text. We'll get to you next week. We'll keep it. Thank you very much.